Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and we have an extra special comparison today. This is Shaun Clarida and Chris Bumstead from last year's Mr.Olympia event. These are your two champions, your 212 of course for Shaun Clarida, and your men's classic physique division champion Chris Bumstead. So why is this so extra special? Well, a couple of weeks ago, I did a comparison between Derek Lunsford and Chris Bumstead, as you see here. And in the video, I did mention that if you had asked me the question, if Chris Bumstead could have defeated Shaun Clarida last year, I would have said that yes, Chris Bumstead would have defeated Shaun Clarida. And just a couple of days ago, none other than Greg Doucette, and I'm sure you know who Greg Doucette is. He has 1.2 million followers, subscribers. Anyway, he did this comparison, and I thought to myself, that's interesting. I just did that match. So I clicked on it, and didn't he give me a shout out? So right out of the chute, thank you very much, Greg. But the point of the story is, and the reason why this is so special, Greg disagreed. He thought that Shaun Clarida would have also defeated Chris Bumstead last year. So here we are, right? Well, not just yet. Still one more piece of business to take care of. I received several messages from you guys, the fans, and you guys claimed that Greg Doucette slammed me in the video and he was disrespectful. Ladies and gentlemen, he used my pictures, he used some screenshots, he gave me a shout out, gave me credit for setting this up. If the guy wants to, say that there's no way Derek Lunsford could ever meet the weight standard for classic physique, and that's all he said. He was arguing, he was making a point. My point is, Greg, his waistline is so freakishly small that he structurally could lose some muscle mass, and he still would look classical, which is really aesthetics. You look up anything about classic physique, one of the first things they say, we place more emphasis on aesthetics. So when I say classic, it is right on the line of being aesthetic. And furthermore, Greg went on to say that Flex James Lewis would have stood a better chance of winning all three, the men's classic, 212, and open. With that waistline, let's face it, if he loses any more muscle mass, he's going to look poopy. There's just no way with that waistline. Come on. And then he says Patrick Moore. I got news for you. Patrick Moore was, 236 pounds? As conditioned as he's ever been here in 2019. Couldn't get any lighter. He would have had to go down to 206. That's 30 pounds. And what was it Derek Lunsford would have had to lose? 27? Interesting. Very interesting. And I said all three. I don't see Patrick Moore winning the 212. But anyway, guys, me as a YouTuber, somebody calls me out on misinformation, I gotta cover my own butt, right? Anyway, guys, thanks. At the end of the day, thanks for the shout out, Greg. And besides the fact, it does make for a very interesting comparison. Shaun Clarida, and like I did say, I would have said last year Bumstead would have won this one. But now that I look at it, there's a quality, a conditioning, a muscle maturity, it seems. He's just a beast, Shaun Clarida. Look at that. And keep in mind, guys, these are pictures, so any little detail, finery, muscle separation that you do see, it would be tenfold in real life. Structurally speaking, though, Chris Bumstead is incredible. Look at that vacuum pose. He just does not have the arms to put an explanation point on this pose. Go to the front lat spread. Now here is a situation where the structure's going to be too much. Let's face it, guys. Look at that. Blooming like some sort of flower. Unreal. Conditioning, you do look at the wheels of Chris Bumstead, and we will see from behind, it might not be quite as even, but he is almost right there with Clarida. Wasn't quite so much in the front double, but he sure flexes them in hard for this front lat spread. And Clarida, maybe not the best pose for him. Obviously, he doesn't have the widest clavicle width in the world. I mean, he's got a good solid back development, but it just does not, it's not the best pose for him. So all conditioning aside, Chris Bumstead dominates. Chris Bumstead also dominates from the side chest development as far as the structure is concerned. But let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, judges see this, they get one sniff of this thin skin conditioning of Shaun Clarida in this matchup. They're going to mark him down for the win, right? Well, if it's anything like the Legion Sports Fest, I would wager to say for sure he would get the win. Go to the side tricep. Good vacuum pose for Chris Bumstead. I kind of prefer a set of abs in the side tricep. It kind of washes out the obliques a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And now Shaun Clarida, I would also give him the same criticism. Not a whole lot in the way of a torso heap. Very impressive torso heap anyway. I mean, the size of his structure, his arm is dominant. I mean, it's about the same size as a guy's arm that's a whole foot taller. So for goodness sakes, I guess maybe Clarida. I don't know. I like the vacuum though. Just need to see some obliques. Back shot, back development. Also from the finals. This is a conditioning edge for Shaun Clarida that the judges would probably see this back shot and they'd write off all of the other poses if it was, a one-on-one bodybuilding matchup. Ooh, that would be a good idea. Have an event, a couple of one-on-one matchups. That way they could train. Never mind. Just a brain fart, perhaps. Shaun Clarida, a little uneven in the rear lat spread, I noticed, for the finals. The pre-show also, but not as noticeable. Like I said, though, guys, the glutes, the hamstrings, it would be lights out. Rear double bicep would be about the same thing. I like the arm development here of Clarida. Boom. No, both arms, Louis. Boom. Look at both arms. Remember? Pumping iron? Maddie made Lou look at both arms. Anyway. Condition-wise, it's just too much, I think, for Chris Bumstead. Keep in mind, guys, Clarida was defeating Sergio Oliva, Regan Grimes. I mean, those are big dudes. All the way big dudes. Abs and thigh pose. Definitely a good shot for Chris Bumstead. Nice little V-taper there. Good, small, thin waistline. Nice quads. To boot. Anyway. But then you look at Clarida. I mean, maybe not the best pose for him as far as the waistline. I mean, obviously not as small as a men's classic physique division competitor. But he has such thick, separated abs and, vascularity all over the place and feathering in the quads. He just looks so conditioned that even in a pose like this, I'm sure the real life judges would still give him this one. But as a whole, like I said, after those back shots, I don't know. Can't see any judges giving this one to the bum man. Most muscular, obviously not a mandatory shot in the men's classic physique division. But hey, if you're hitting it, you can judge it, right? Little bit of feathering poking out of Bumstead's quads there. Pretty impressive indeed. Of course, Clarida right there with him. Look at the size of the quads on Clarida. Compared to his clavicle width, they look like Mountie bumps. Are you sure he's not Canadian? Anyway, clavicle width, very narrow. And of course, Bumstead draws that out tenfold. But as we seen, like I keep saying, from that Legion Sports Fest, I guess clavicle width really means nothing to bodybuilding anymore. Well, maybe the classic physique division, in which case the aesthetics, very important indeed. And here is your winner of this comparison. Shaun Clarida, he won on conditioning in a real-life situation judged by, real bodybuilding judges. They're going to absolutely go with Clarida. So I guess Greg Doucette was right, and I was wrong. I thought that Bumstead would have been better, but it seems that the 212, it seems like they always can defeat the men's classic physique division. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. We'll try again next year with the two champions, and maybe Greg will give his opinion on that as well. And no, he was not slamming me, or he was not, disrespecting me in any way. Trust me, it could have been a lot worse. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys, and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.